Here we are in Yeongam,
Yes,
South Korea.
Indeed.
We were going to
Not
have...
North Korea.
No, not North Korea. They don't have a race, let alone asphalt. But we got 28 laps around Yeongam. It was a good qualifying session for Heathy.
It was a very good qualifying session for ED, unfortunately.
Yeah, he set a fantastic lap time and then unfortunately disconnected just before the race started. So we went into
It was a damn shame.
It was a damn shame. Fucking awful. Anywho, we went straight into a one-shot qualifying, which went the way of Jay in the Infinity Red Bull with a lap time of 1:41. Myself in the McLaren, 4/10ths back on the second spot in the grid.
Very good work then. And then we had newcomer Rapper in the Williams F1 with 1:41. And
Bit of a lockout there by the Williams team.
yeah, Williams taking 4th spot as well with the Blaise with only about 600ths of a second. Is that hundredths of a second?
No, that's 600 hundredths. Anywho,
okay.
On the third row of the grid, we've got Heathy and Megatron, two absolute veterans of the sport, for Force India and Toro Rosso, 7 and 8/10ths back respectively.
And then we've got Maurizio in the other Toro Rosso and me in the Lotus, about a second back from those two.
Mono Man in the Sauber and Sparky in the Lotus heads out the 5th row of the grid.
And then we've got Frag, and we had newcomer Packet, who managed to destroy his car during qualifying in the 6th row.
Well, he didn't set a time. I don't think he's destroyed his car. But
Didn't he? I thought he destroyed... Oh, no, he just... Oh, okay. Oh, and there was also... Who was at the back?
oh yes, two people.
Darkon.
We've only got qualifying results for the first 12 drivers, so we'll just give an honourable mention to Darkon and Faith, who didn't manage to set a time in qualifying, but they are also joining us for this race.
Indeed.
And here we are on the grid, ready to go, waiting for the lights.
I'm revving that engine as hard as it will go. I don't know if that helps at all, but it's what I do.
4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go.
And
it
we're
looks
off.
like a pretty clean start so far, but it's really impossible for anyone to have a crash at this point. A bit of a bog down there from Madbird. Oh, a bit of contact at the front.
Bit of contact.
That was
a very tight corner, of course.
We're all just waiting for this second turn. Here we go. Big lunge there, and JJ's been punted off.
Oh, what else is new?
What
This
else
happens
is new? There's a lot.
very,
cars
very
all
often.
over the track looking at Madbird here. And looking into the second turn. And there's been a punt. Alice has been punted off. Sparky's just come barreling through.
Oh my
and,
goodness.
Bit of a spin there for JJ.
Jay has been
And,
spun.
A penalty for Alistair there. That's
What was that penalty for exactly? Did you-
someone crashed into the back of me, which was obviously my fault, so I got a penalty for it, and I'll have to...
Ours is not the reason why, Alistair. Ours is just to do and crash and die.
This is true, and it looks like out of the two we're looking at, Madbird's got the better start now. He's in 4th place,
I've managed to mainly avoid most of the major crashes.
chasing down the Blaise. And here we go, we're looking at Alistair. There's 3 cars ahead. They look to be slowing down, and there's a bit of contact there. I think that was Megatron. Sorry about that, Megatron.
He's alright. He's still on the track.
He's still on the track.
And you didn't break your wing because you already
Bit
broke
of a
your
lunge
wing.
down there. He's overtaken. Alistair's got him.
I think we tried.
And as we go through, I believe that the penalty will have to be taken within 3 laps, and he's taken
And he's taken it. Yeah.
bit of grass.
That's what I do. That's what I would do, Alistair. I
But
completely agree.
Madbird's in the thick of the action here. Blaise and 2 other cars. Someone else behind. Darkon is monstering from behind.
Darkon is constantly threatening my behind during races.
Oh, it's very close
Oh.
here. He's coming down the inside. He was thinking about it. They're 3 wide in front of him. And they break for the second turn. Oh, that's very close. There's a bit of contact.
Bit of
Hands up
contact,
in the
bit
air.
of con-
Sparky and he's been spun around.
And Madbird has been spun sideways
Darkon's
along
been
with
spun
Darkon.
around. Oh, the car just unghosted itself as you were trying to get through it.
Yes, it was incredibly upsetting that.
As you're chasing
Especially in
down
race.
Maurizio here, it looks like
I was very surprised to see Maurizio
see him.
this
at
far
all.
back.
Well, I don't know what happened to him. He didn't seem to have the best qualifying session, did he? Although, I mean, technically it doesn't really... It's one shot, so it really can be quite fluky.
It is incredibly fluky sometimes. Yeah,
Good
it's
ball
like-
is Heathy for anyone who's worrying.
Yes,
but
indeed.
they were confused in the Force India. And
I
Darkon,
think they'd be worried.
143.7 from Darkon there. So lots
Very
of fastest laps are coming thick and fast. There, and it looks like Sparky's just had a bit of an accident with JJ, who's been spun out.
JJ has been spun off. Jay is not having a good race this race. I find in Valhalla Gamers races that being on
someone's
pole
gone
position...
wide up ahead. Maurizio's just had a bit of a moment.
He has
and,
indeed.
Megatron is just ahead of him.
Madbird behind the two Toro Rossos.
And Alistair's caught up to Frag here.
Maurizio
Looks
and
like
Megatron,
he
good
might be
people.
challenging for 10th place at some stage. We watch Madbird hunting down Maurizio. Frag's gone off the track slightly, and Alistair's gone deep.
Oh, very deep on that corner. It's a hard track to find a spot to overtake on, I find.
Well, basically you've just got to set it up in this technical section so that you can get them on the end of the straight.
You can get them on the straight, yeah.
You can see he's trying to come down the inside. Alistair's left it.
Oh! Bit of contact.
Raptors do a little bit of contact. Sorry about that, but it didn't seem to affect either car, so...
Did not manage to pull off the pit maneuver. Meanwhile...
What is going on here? Looks like Madbird was through on Maurizio, and had to let him back through again, so that's fair enough.
Because otherwise...
Looks like we've got the run here on Rapper. Doesn't look like I've got DRS. Oh, I do actually.
Very good.
DRS is on, and
blitzing
looks like,
pass.
that is done and done. Just have to hit my braking point, and I've done that as Frag becomes my focus of attention. And if we look on Madbird's screen, on the inside, Maurizio, very close racing there.
Might have even given Maurizio a bit of a nudge there from the way he was weaving.
It looks like
he's doing a lot of pushing and shoving on
Maurizio
me.
has lived for another day there.
I can see it.
Oh, Italians have got 9 lives.
They
Well,
do. Yes. Italians or cats? No, Italians.
It's a constant threat.
It is a constant
During
threat, and he's
F1
lunged
racing.
Maurizio,
And gone
certainly-
incredibly wide on that one, and Maurizio has taken it
Yes,
back with
that's,
ease. Rookie error, that
It
one.
was Maurizio really had a level head on him there. He wasn't drawn in by. We've got a bit of a run on Frag here. Pretty close through the first
Catching,
section
this is
of
going to be
corners.
DRS territory.
Definitely have DRS, I would have thought. Very, very close. Got the DRS open.
And
Frag's
it is
defending.
flashing.
Frag's defending. He's on the inside. Alistair's gradually a bit of lag there, but Alistair seems to have the outside, and just has to not miss his braking point. Frag's got the tighter line. It's a drag race.
It's a drag race.
And
One would think that the Mercedes would win the drag race.
yes, but Alistair's deployed a fair bit of his curves, so it looks like he might. All he has to do is. I mean, Frag's still got the inside, so Alistair's leaving him room there, but it looks like that.
Looks like Frag is going to let him in.
Position has done and done.
I always say, Alistair, that if there's a gap and you don't go for the gap, then you are no longer racing.
I couldn't remember whether it was you or Ayrton Senna that said that, but now you've clarified it must have been you who said that.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I'm
It is
happy
very
to
commonly
clear-
misattributed to Ayrton Senna, but it was indeed Liam Harrison, 23-year-old. You know, you're getting so old you'd lose count. Oh, and Madbird has punted Maurizio off.
That came out of nowhere. Maurizio was way ahead. He must have made a mistake.
I think Maurizio was a bit heavy on,
When
bit
you're going
fast
in,
and heavy on the
Megatron?
brakes there. And
This lap. Do you
Well,
need
I
to go
wasn't
in or
expecting
I can
anticipating
wait?
a few pit stops this
go.
lap as people's strategies begin to
Jay,
play
you
out.
coming in this lap?
I think
I'm
they're
scheduled
anticipating
for
a
one.
three-stopper
Are you?
here in Korea?
Yep.
All things
Okay,
being
so I
equal.
guess you're
I
going in.
believe that was the prevailing opinion, yes.
I'll go in anyway.
And it looks like you've got the position on Maurizio.
I have taken from
So
Maurizio.
perhaps
Dark,
your
if you're going
tyres
in,
must
just let
be
me know.
doing a bit better than his.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's behind me, shit.
Both cars in a bit of clear air at the moment, so it's a good time to knuckle down and see the race
Madbird
start.
16 seconds down on Heathy before entering those pits there. Just showing how much of a dominantly
That's what I call dom.
he is doing.
I mean, that's
What have you done,
good
Jay?
racing, and a very
Just
wide,
incredibly
exit.
wide
It looks
exit.
like he
Positions
probably
in the
touched the
pits.
throttle a little bit too, lost a lot of
Nice.
positions. Darkon's gone through, low to the ground.
I do
That's alright.
favour a low setup in most races.
Someone's coming up the inside.
That would be Maurizio,
Yes.
but he's
Oh,
dropped
there's a
back.
nice battle
He's
behind you,
got back.
Matty.
He should have the slipstream at this point.
Right up my car.
And he's gone for the inside. Maurizio, it's hard
Leaving
to
him
see.
plenty of room.
Two of them
He
behind you
had the
just
outside
went
line
off
for
the
this, so
track.
the advantage
Wide.
goes to Madbird at this point. But then,
Yeah, I'm in the middle of that, I think.
And he's
I
taking
mean,
it.
that's just fantastic racing. That's what that is. Maurizio turning it into an art form. As we look up at Alistair's screen, he's challenging Fate for 10th place. Very close. Looks like he's getting a lot of space in him on the. Certainly, that's not an overtaking. Oh, there's
Oh my
contact.
goodness!
That was a bit rough.
That was very rough, but
That was very rough. And
Alistair's pulling over to letting
him by, because
let
that
him
was
by.
not really an overtaking point after the fairly chaotic start.
Attraction?
Chaotic is a good word for it.
But not much
It is.
track.
I think
Wolverine.
not to disparage GT's driving talent, but
Mono dildo.
I think
Oh, a bit of
Oh.
lunge on the outside. He's got the position, but
No one can resist the
Well,
mono.
oh,
that's not really
what
helped.
is
That's not
that?
gone well.
That is
was
incredibly deep on that corner,
at the
and
inside, completely missed the braking point.
That was deep.
The clear air that JJ's catching up from Madbird here, coming into the first corner. Bit wide.
oh, very
And
wide.
I don't know if there was contact there, but it
Again.
was very close.
Bit of a bump there coming out.
Right.
JJ's
did
got
the
the
whole
position and is under
game
pressure
wave.
from
Oh.
Mercedes. I think that's
Yeah,
Faith.
That is
They
Faith.
both got through.
Madbird has dropped down to
You've got the
10th
DS.
place.
To add
DRS.
insult to injury, there's both of those cars
Yep.
will have DRS, I believe.
Yeah,
Ah,
watch
yes, I
it.
believe
Easy,
so.
Is that you just coming into the
Oh,
hairpin, all three of
Madbird
you or
has
something?
lunged.
Yeah.
That is not
Looks
a
like
perfect
JJ
racing line.
JJ had been
Oh.
overtaken. He
Yeah,
got through.
mine,
They're
Faith
too
is
wide
pretty
along the main
aggressive.
Yeah,
straight. Well,
he
there's
just
one of the main
collided
straights.
with me
There's quite a lot of
yeah.
main straights.
There
on
are
this
indeed.
track. And it looks like Faith is just up ahead. Bit of contact there. And
Oh, I think Madbird might have punted Faith a
might
little
have
bit.
punted him wide, but doesn't.
But it ends up coming good for Faith as
Is Faith and
Madbird
Mercedes?
and a
bumps
penalty.
Jay
He's
and
been given
receives a
a
penalty for
penalty
it.
for contact there. I don't know which collision that was for. JJ.
Oh, actually, that may have been for
Jay
Rapper.
appears to be the main loser in that, and Rapper's
Right,
come
mate.
from nowhere and gained 2 positions.
If Faith Yeah, was, ironically, that was the
down to
person
11,
that I
so-
slowed down for because I crashed
It
into
goes
them.
from bad to worse for Jay.
Did a fucking
Bit of a cunt.
Alistair's catching up to this battle here. We can see Jay
I
up ahead.
face him again. So ever again. He'll rue the day.
Alistair gaining
You're
with
matching
blistering
race,
pace.
mate.
JJ's
Okay.
being defensive, taking a narrow line into the tight line rather into the corners as Heathy sets another fastest lap. 149 blistering.
Good
pace
lap,
there.
good call.
And
Yeah,
Madbird
he
goes
peels
into
off.
penalty.
Strategy's working.
So drives through. Very bad luck there for Madbird as Alistair hunts down JJ. Very close to
Ooh.
contact there. That in fact I think
Wheels
there
lock
was.
up,
I think
and
there was
then
contact.
further contact.
Oh, you
And Alistair goes through. We got Mono up ahead. Was he having a pit stop?
Mono had just had a pit stop, yes, and managed
That's
to
really hard.
undercut Madbird. Madbird goes wide again on the
Madbird
exit there.
continuing his fantastic record on the pit exit there.
Yeah, my guy said 10 minutes.
My guy just said 10 minutes just now.
I can't hear my
Bit of a moment there, and that has let Alistair through.
Alistair is up through the middle,
Look, you're right.
or the inside rather.
Not usually an overtaking point, the exit of that corner. Perhaps on the entry, but I think JJ
You
might
take what you can get, don't you?
You do, you have to. turn. I think they do.
2 turners.
2 turners. That's certainly as a bridge. Jay's come back on the inside. There's
Oh my
contact.
goodness. Much contact.
There was room was given, but
Not
I think there was a
received.
bit of a lock up from Jay.
Join.
Alistair goes wide a little
A
bit.
racing
on it there.
incident that has caused no change in the position.
That's the best sort of racing incident.
At the moment we're on lap 15, which I'm
Right,
not
I've got
very much
Faith
mistaken.
coming up
exactly
behind me.
halfway through the race.
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh,
bit of a touch there. Jay lunged for the inside there, but it wasn't happening.
he
They're
sat on the apex there. so
side
he
by
went
side.
past.
Yeah, well, I don't think they knew he was there. DRS open for JJ. Bit of a defensive line from Alistair. Looks like JJ's going to have the
Slowly
outside.
sloping across, but
Well, a bit of lag there, but he's got the outside.
Jay coming up the outside rather.
And a bit of contact.
Bit of touch,
Little bit of touch. Nothing really too serious.
And Jay
looks like he's
passes
got
the
the
knees, I
position.
think, yeah.
Alistair's trying to hoard a slipstream here. He's close.
The Italian handshake.
Yeah,
Not
I
done
remember.
yet for sure.
Looks like if
And
you...
Alistair's lunged down the
Oh.
inside. Little bit of a touch.
Oh, much, very touch.
That's right.
Much very touch indeed.
Much very
and,
touch.
And JJ gets the position.
And JJ
Good
retains
racing.
the
Good
position.
racing there. Few bit of contact, but nothing too serious.
Seems like Rapper is pitted and or served a penalty perhaps and has come out just
But this
behind
position
Madbird.
isn't done yet. Alistair's right up JJ's. No, never mind.
Hopefully the rain actually comes at 10
That's
minutes, bro.
that's not.
That's
not
not,
happening.
going to happen today, Sunshine.
No,
I
that's
don't
yeah,
think.
certainly it's a frustrating part to catch up to another car because you might have so much more speed, but there's no way through. And it
Oh,
looks like Mono
Mono has
got
swept
the
up the
position
inside in the Sauber.
on the outside, in fact, and that was an opportunistic move. Well done though.
In the space of half a lap, Alistair has dropped 2 positions.
2 positions, and now Mono's just tried to take off to Mars.
Quite a bit of air there from
It's
Mono.
not where the finish of the race is.
So much fun.
Maybe he's trying to prove that he could drive to Mars and back and still beat you.
Yes, but I think
and slewed off into the pits though.
Weddy's had a technical failure and is out of the race as we get rid of those grassy tyres for a brand new set of stickers.
And then
Well,
Mabert
on the
got
inside, I don't know if
times
he's
on the
not
first lap,
overtaken
and then
by
got a
him. We've
penalty
seen the first
for
drops
something
of
that I
rain
didn't
as
cause.
and Mabert goes wide and allows Rapid to pass.
Bullshit.
Rapid takes the position on the track with brand new options.
Definitely catching
And
Mabert.
they're certainly taking advantage
Oh my
of
god.
those new
Mate,
tyres.
years.
Adver's looking behind him, noticing the difference. I mean, look at the difference just in
That's
braking.
asking
He's gained 2 seconds just under braking in that one corner. So that's
Yeah,
not down
so-
to driver talent or anything. That's just down to
The one problem's just not handling it like
bit of lag there. But
the options are. Whoa!
Shit, sorry.
That's
Yeah, it's
alright.
because my tires.
Adver's just going a little bit wide. Tiny bit of contact there. Was some lag involved, but
Allows Alistair
You
through
also
because-
lag, so like I
Well,
judged my
it's
braking
it's
based
flogging
on
a
where
dead
you were.
horse, that is.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't really have.
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get it out eventually.
You just take your time. I'll just.
The surface of the road doesn't appear to be affected just yet.
No, not yet.
I'm not seeing too many moments of oversteer. I mean, that's the first time I've ever seen myself do that corner right.
I think it's mainly wanting to get the preemptive inters in before it gets so wet that you make a
Alison's
mistake.
right up JJ's
Coming out
chuff.
of the pits.
JJ
Whoa! Jay has shot
has
off.
forgotten where the pits are. He remembered
that
just
was
in time.
tight.
And Alistair and JJ going to the pits right astern.
Mabert goes
race
through
between
for
the-
one more
I
lap
was gonna
before
hit.
switching
It's a
to
race
his inters.
between the. I think that must have been a mistake.
I think it may have been a mistake on Mabert's
JJ's
part.
gone through only just though. It was a race between the two mechanics teams. I don't believe Mad Bird meant to do that.
No, it doesn't seem like the thing that Mabert would do
Bruce.
intentionally.
Oh god.
We've got a
Oh,
ding dong
cram.
going on here
Oh,
for
he's right
7th
behind me.
place.
Oh,
Duck looks like he's
Megatron.
trying to go on the inside.
Yeah,
which
I
I
know, Duck
wouldn't
wants
I
to
believe
would
is
the
not
back door
believe
bit,
would be
don't worry.
a wise decision considering Mabert was about to slow off into the pits.
And he's in the pits now. So as we watch Jay and
when I was in
Alistair
pits,
coming
I-
through onto the main straight, there's a lot more rain appearing. It would have.
bit
You
of
can
bug?
see the
Yeah.
spray getting kicked up by Alistair, myself, catching JJ. It has to be said after that long straight, but. It's always a teaser when you're heading into those areas. You're getting a lot of. Actually, coming side by side, JJ braked a lot earlier than Alistair.
Whoa!
And really, actually, what he did was take his normal braking time as Alistair. So, missed
went where?
my Jake braking.
Oh, Mabert actually only 3 seconds down on Rap. I'm not sure what was going on
Must
there.
have gone into the pits.
Must have.
Fuck it up already. Fuck it up, you can go.
My bad.
It's alright, I'm on
We're being told that Maurizio is on the dry tyres. There he is, struggling for pace
Who's
there.
surprised?
Well, and who was surprised in this
A
conditions?
little bit of a moment there. Alistair onto the curb. Lost
working well.
several seconds to JJ
Yeah.
in that exchange. Maurizio really taking a big risk there, and it has to be said, it didn't pay off.
No. Some risks pay off,
Was,
Alistair, and some do not, and that is
fuck.
one that did not.
Alistair's catching Jay again,
That's good.
but no way through there. Little bit of a touch.
It is always difficult when you're directly behind someone going into a tight corner.
Especially in these conditions.
Especially
you
in
just
these
can't
conditions.
see you can't see your braking point. Alistair looks like he's got the inside on this one.
Sneaks across.
Those are probably water skis.
On the
Probably
racing
do better
line,
than
it
your
was
options.
looks like there are a couple more cars up ahead, but it would appear that they're done. Probably the first straight. In that case, I'd call this the third straight. Doesn't really matter. Megatron and Monoman side by side, tiny bit of contact
Bit
there.
of contact from Alistair.
And Megatron's on the inside here in the Toro Rosso. Monoman has got the position. Alistair's got the outside, a little bit wide. Megatron's going to go through on the inside. Mature driving there.
Oh god.
And Megatron will have
You go.
the
I got a
track
penalty.
position.
Fuck, sorry.
Looks like Jay's got a penalty.
Jay's got a penalty for something that was
I missed
very,
that.
very arguably.
I missed that there because there was battles going through. Rappers through on
20
Alistair.
seconds.
Has gone
Alistair's
wide.
I fuck up my race. Can I please knock
I
off,
missed what happened with Madbird and JJ.
But Madbird dove for a corner, I believe, and
Was that you I hit, or was that someone else in me, Megatron?
and Jay slid back across, following his racing line,
I-
nothing on his
I didn't
fault,
get a touch.
and touched
must have been who was
Madbird,
behind
which for some reason
Well done,
the
guys.
race stewards
Look,
decided would
yep.
be a penalty for JJ.
Let's see if you can
Success.
box him up
Very
a
close
bit.
to Megatron here once
That
more.
sounds like an unnecessary
A
risk for him.
little bit of oversteer, but might have the run after this first corner here.
Following that blinking red light.
Yes, it's very close. Alistair's moving to the inside. Megatron not defending here on this one of the main straights.
Alistair slowly working his way past and sliding into his braking
A
line.
little bit deep there, and Megatron's going to
Megatron has taken advantage.
take the inside line. This is a ding-dong battle right here.
13 seconds.
Optimal fuel, so
Oh god.
doesn't have the option of going up to a fast fuel mixture. But it looks like Alistair's got the job done. He's got the inside.
You need to record it, you cunt.
14 seconds away from me. Okay.
He's going to sit on those apexes.
And Rapper's next.
Big
Well, I have to say, we're on the last lap of this race.
Maurizio has
been
been disqualified.
yeah, I guess that's his race has not really
And the
gone to
checkered
plan.
flag is gone.
As opposed to Heathy, who has just driven a lights to flag. Perfect race. Great strategy. Got onto the tyres at the right time and has won the race. Oh my God, Rapper slowing there and lost connection right at the end. I don't know whether that was just a rage quit or whether he looked like he might have lost connection. But
That's a shame.
anyway, moved myself up into P7 and Maddie up into P11.
Still not particularly where we wanted to be,
P10.
I think we could easily say.
Oh, can't get into
And as we cross the line,
at the moment.
a handful of points for myself and a solitary point for yourself.
Good race, guys. Sort of. Good race.
So, the race victory goes to Heathy. Fate, someone fights his way through to second. Darkon retains the final position on the podium there.
That was the race at Yeongam,
Well,
Korea.
that was Korea. The rain certainly spiced things up at the end, didn't it?
Rather, yes, indeed.
Next week we're off to Suzuka in Japan.
Suzuka Circuit in Japan.
So that'll be very interesting to see. You know, one of the older tracks on the F1 calendar, the flowing circuit. So it'll be interesting to see.
Very technical circuit.
It'll be
Many
interesting
corners.
to see how comes. Yes, many corners indeed. It'll be interesting to see who comes up out on top
Yes,
in Japan.
in Suzuka.
I've been Alistair.
I've been Madbird.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.